Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is just a quick energy update for today. This is going to be 2/5/19. Before I get started, I was watching Nubian News while I was at work, and Spirit kept on saying, you need to watch her thing. She was talking about the experience of her having a soulmate that she had contacted her, and she was talking about the experience of how her being with this soulmate had pretty much had woke up within her. He had said all the things that she wanted to hear, and at the same time she said it helped her to really take a look and see how much of a things of negativity that she had, like really like animosity still being harvested for the divine masculine. And it was funny when she did come on, I had the same kind of feeling, the incident, something that happened from the divine masculine with him and I. He asked for something, and all the stuff just kind of bubbling up, and I was like to myself, like, damn, who are you talking to? Because most of the time, it's no secret, even with divine masculine, with everything that he has done. I love that man from the last wave on that wavy hair. He is down to his last long toenail that I know that he have on his toes. His finger toe, his toes is one of them. His second toe is like extremely long. Anyway, I pay attention to all the little minute details that goes on with him. He do the same thing with me. Anyway, so I love that man. There's no ifs, ands, and buts to that. However, today, once I had got off the phone talking to him, and I was like, who was that person? I mean, you reeled into him like, like, I don't know, like a pimp with a prostitute on the street. I mean, it was just all this stuff just got all up, and I was like, oh my God. Part of me was like, you should call back and like apologize, because it was like, who is you talking to? And it was just all of this built up animosity, and just really like just that hurt that you think that you had kind of dealt with and you didn't. And it's like you're saying, I'm still here. All you did was just put me in the background. But guess what? I'm still here, So that was something that made me think about how are the divine feminines just across the board. Really, how are we really dealing with these things? And she was saying it also, it kind of blocks us for union, because we thought we dealt with these things, and these things are still harvesting, just within us. That's why I was trying to tell us also on my channel. I don't know about anybody else, and I don't knock anybody else's hustle and flow when it comes to readers, what they're doing. I give very much homage to other readers. I don't knock anybody else as far as what they do, how they do. I might make fun of their voices like I do, like Ericahippietarot. I just love everybody. Ericahippietarot. Hello, love bugs. I just love everybody. And that those things. But otherwise that's just out of pure really of homage to them, loving their craft. Many of them have been motivation or inspiration as to helping me to do on my channel what I do. Definitely, I've said Daniellleboomlle, you heard me mention him several times on my channel about him. Some of his things and his wording I've used, but then I found my own terminology as well. I don't have a problem with anybody using any kind of terminology or things that I do, because I think that's really us being a collective. We're using the same voice and the same terminology helps us to kind of really understand, oh, okay, I get it. I see what's going on. Some readers do, they try to say that they have copyright, seems like it, on various terminologies that they use, but it's out there, it's universal. So anybody can go on and coin, just like if somebody else do unisoul, divine unisouls, they take that, thank God if they take it and they run with it or whatever, then that just lets me know that that it was for it to be out there in the universe and for people to catch on. So back to what I'm saying is that us as readers, we try to really also bare our souls and let you know what's going on with us in the journey. And again, I'm gonna say this again: when you're watching these readers, make sure that you pay attention to what resonates with you, what does not resonate with you. Because in some readers, I could listen to the first note, a couple of things that they say, and then I'm like, okay, even my phone has gotten to the point that it'll keep on buffering. Now, sometimes it just won't even let it. I call my phone is possessed. Sometimes it'll play it for a little while, and then if it's like I'm about to get triggered, my phone will do on its own and say buffer, buffer, buffer. I said, okay, Spirit, I know you took over my phone and saying I don't want you to hear anymore because you about to go off and be triggered and go off in a whole different tangent about and start looking at the daggone divine masculine, all different kind of sideways, byways, and triways. So that's something that just kind of keep up and watch who you listen to. But again, divine feminines, I cannot stress this enough. Like I said back on my channel about the hurt feelings, the forgiveness. If it's not even about what the divine masculine is doing, if it's just for yourself. And we have to really get to the point where we are really taking an honest look at ourselves as far as, what are we really really ready to release. We can't say we want it and in the next minute we're having issues with the divine masculine and the way we are feeling about them, memories and things like that. So when I heard that and I seen the way I had acted today, and I was like, okay, it is still there, so we got to kind of sit there. And like I said the other day about us kind of saying, we cool, we dealing with some things. That's pretty much that energy that we're saying, is that we're still doing that shadow work. Even they're saying the divine mask, I think that came out in his side about the shadow work. Some things that you kind of got to deal with, that you have learned and trained yourself how to deal with certain situations from either your childhood or environment or experiences and things of that way, and your own philosophy and beliefs to life. Those are the things. So, the shadow work, dealing with the hurt feelings and really truly getting the point to you forgiving is something divine feminines we've got to really, really, really work on. Not even just for saying, being in physical union with our divine masculine, but it's just for ourselves. That's something that we don't need to carry on as we're trying to ascend and go on to the next level. It is just not something that we just, one part, what the divine feminine say, it's just not cute. Well, no, it's not cute. I'm keeping those kind of energies with it. It doesn't look cute. You calling yourself divine or a diva or a demigod or whichever way you want to call it, and you around here, soon as anybody mentioned DM or divine mask, you're like, DM who? What? Huh? Doing all that extra. It's just not. And so, even and she even the Nubian News had mentioned that. I didn't know she was from Chicago. Had even mentioned that how we even with us as readers, that we're kind of we going through some things too. We're not perfect. We put ourselves out there on the line for you all and get you all the information and those things like that. But at the same time, we're doing some things and we're dealing with some things, and we're in the world and we're in the matrix, and we come out the matrix and we go to Zion, and we're on the Nebula or whatever, Nebuchadnezzar or whatever it's called, the ship. We on so many levels, trying to get this information. So I just want to do that. So I just want to do just a real quick energy read for you all, just to see what's the update that's going on, because I did the other day. So just seeing what's happening for today. So let's look at because I'm doing something off the fly. So okay, Spirit, clear. Just tell me what's happening. Oh, for the divine feminine. Thank you. Flew on out. Yeah. And what's happening for the divine masculine as far as in love? What's happening with the energies today? This is 2-5. Divine Masculine, what are you dealing with in love today? Okay, this looked like this came up. Okay. All right, explain to me why that came in that position. Oh, rain came right on out there. Oh, wow. Okay, I knocked that one out. Okay. He was on his way anyway. I got to give me some new rings. I have to go through the energy. I know I can hear my spiritual mentor. I told you the energies. I have froze them. I have freezed them. I have done everything to clean them. I did the white sage them, everything. And they still are, you know, coming out. Okay. All right. So I can see. Okay, you told me about that. Okay. Here we go. So, Divine Feminine, you're working with forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, your experiences, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay, again, this is for Divine Feminine. Just had to talk to you. Now, you see me deal the cards right there in front of you. And they say that we've got to work on forgiving and learning. That's the current energies that we're dealing with right now. Because it's going to create that even exchange of gifts flowing from your Divine Masculine self to your Divine Feminine self. I read, what's my guy, Divine Conversations with the morning coffee, and then he was saying that he's like, I'm not even no more in my readings. I don't call it Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. It's just the energy. So it's, even if you're saying Divine Feminine, say, I don't care, you know, I love you, Divine Sunshine. I really do. I respect you. I have homage. But like I said on this journey, it's deuces. I'm doing my own thing. Okay, so this is for those ones that say, okay, I know it. I done been there, done that. You know, I gotta love him from a distance. He's too much for me. He's toxic the way he is. Okay, so if he's at that point, just again, like I say, exchange of gifts. So again, we're exchanging from your Divine Masculine self to your Divine Feminine self. Your analytical, those gifts that come with you being your Divine Masculine, and those gifts that come with you by you being a Divine Feminine. And it's creating that exchange. When you're not forgiving, it causes that kind of blockage. That chi or that flow that's going on can't flow from one side to the other. And that's the same thing in the physical. Those of you all say, no, I ain't really gave up on the Divine Masculine. I still want to be with him in the 3D. Then yes, that forgiving and learning, you got to do that, because that's going to stop you from having that kind of flow of exchange of energies. That's what it has that, okay? For the Divine Masculine, you have reconciliation in reverse. This said to me to read it as emphasis. You really want reconciliation, Divine Masculines. Whoever these Divine Masculines that I'm tapping in, this resonated in, because you're really saying, I'm just really, the emphasis is, I'm tired of the never-ending story. I'm tired. I'm wearied like this. I feel that the sands of the hourglass so are the days of our lives are just spilling through that hourglass very quickly. And, you know, when they say this time of love is now, I seen a one reader was saying that they was thinking that some of the Divine Masculines, like, they could feel like somebody else is coming in on the scene, and they really trying to hustle and get it together, because they can feel a lot of the Divine Feminines that have chose to open themselves to have like a soul mate, or you have called them in, or you have created him and manifested him to come in. That's really, they can feel that, you know, Divine Feminine's in her power, standing in her powers, and she's like, look here, I got options, you know, it ain't just about you now, because I done found out by myself. I'm drinking milk, drinking spiritual milk, or spiritual divine milk, and I know who I am now. And that's, you think it's attracted to you, guess what, it's attracted to him too. And Boo over there, and nice little tenderoni over there, and look at Fabio over there in the corner that they keep sending me drinks all the time. So you know, it's really starting to become a very aphrodisiac, that this new power, that this Divine Feminine is really turning on and bringing these other options. Like I said, I got options, okay? Let's bring it in. I can hear the Divine Feminine is talking to me very strongly. Now, Lily, I got options, okay? You tell him he don't get nothing else. I got other people lined up waiting at the, matter of fact, if I open up that door, they come flooding right on in here. I got other people waiting on me. So, you know, it could be a never-ending story if you want it to be. So, so we're working with that divine masculine. So he's saying, yeah, it's a never-ending story. He's tired of that. Okay, I'm drawn to these. Let me see what's going on as far as clear with the energies for the divine feminine out of these cards. The good tarot. Excuse me, I am not good in telling you what these cards are. I'm gonna try to get a little better. The first one I did was Romance Angels. The next one was the Wisdom Oracles. I should be better, just like a teacher, so you know what page I'm coming from. That's for her. Okay, and this is for him. Okay, thank you. Okay, for the divine feminine, you got King of Water, which I know is good. King of Water, generous, diplomatic, fair, gentle, a good listener. And that goes with you forgiving and learning. In order for you to forgive and learn, you've got to learn how to be generous. You got to be diplomatic, fair, gentle, a good listener, non-judgmental, a peacemaker, a mediator, because that's going to help you to create this new exchange of energies. So I honor and respect all beings. So you, divine feminine, should be saying this now to yourself, especially by that saying about the divine master, about some things that he's done. I think the focus is really on him, but it could also be about other people in your life that caused you to feel the need to forgive. So you're saying, I honor and respect all beings as a divine feminine, including myself, and see the commonalities we share in the spirit that is in all of us. I listen to other voices and blend them with my own wisdom before settling on an opinion, making the decision, or taking in action. I gently and lovingly lead others away from fear and divisiveness, and into harmonious collaboration. So this is the energies that you're dealing with. So today you're going to deal with this forgiveness, and you're going to become just like this affirmation or this creed that they have. So if you want to play that back again, you can. But that is actually something to say that I don't know if you can be able to see it like that. No, you can't. You can. Okay. So I'm going to leave that kind of like right there. And you can pause it and you read that to yourself. Divine feminine. Okay. For the divine masculine, you're dealing with this, which is Seven of Earth. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know that song. I keep on hearing common song. Seven of Earth, opening to a new strategy, being at a crossroad, a decision to be made. Okay, so right now you got a decision made, and like I said, reconciliation. You really want that. You say you're tired of this never-ending story. The universe say, okay, yeah, you want that, but guess what? You at crossroads. You got to come up with a new strategy. You can't keep on hoping and wishing and hoping and wishing and playing and dreaming and all that stuff. I remember that song used to say, I'm just hoping and wishing and dreaming and thinking and hoping and wishing. No, you can't. I think it was some kind of commercial thing back in the 70s. You can't, You can't keep on doing that. So, this is your thing you need to work for it. As I reflect on my progress to date and see where I stand, I contemplate whether I want to continue singing the same song or change my tune. I am always free to go back to and reimagine what I might co-create. If what I manifested does not serve me as I thought it might, I don't have to be afraid to admit it is no longer for me. Whatever I choose to do, I am not afraid to start over, for I feel assured that Spirit will always support my highest good. Okay? This is yours. I hope you can see it. Pause it. Get into that. I need to bring this a little bit more. Okay. Hopefully it don't show backwards. Okay. This came out when I did the Divine Masculine's channel message, which is again, you coming to the point that you're saying, you know what, I kind of made a little boo-boo. You know, some of you all that might be in these karmic situations had said I did the wrong thing, or maybe not in the karmic situation, you just acted a fool and just didn't want the divine feminine at that time. because for whatever reason you didn't think you were ready, didn't think it was time, you wasn't able to recognize who she was, how beneficial she was to you in your life. And so some of you all, you're getting to the point that, you know what, you say, I want reconciliation. I'm getting still a fork of the road feeling, and I got to be honest with that. I do feel that there's some of you all that don't want it, and you kind of want to continue in that never-ending story. It's a 50-50 split. However, you kind of getting to the point that's saying, you know, I got to be real with myself. This is not where I actually seen myself being right now. You know, I'm not happy with this situation, this karmic situation, person, place, a thing. I thought things were going to be a little better for myself where I'm at. You know, I thought I was going to be a little further along. I thought maybe with this karma, I was going to be truly happy. I see that wasn't it. So now you kind of get to the point that, you know what, put your big panties on, your big boxers on, and say, you know what, I messed up, and this is not where I want to be. And ask yourself, now, what am I going to do to change it and correct it? Because it's never too late about anything, any situation. You rather make the correction now, deal with the hurt of everybody that's involved or whatever, whether it's a job saying, you know what, this ain't it. I think I'm going to have to give my resignation because this is very stressful for me. I have to talk to myself to get out of bed every morning to come show up for work. Or, you know, or if it is with the karmic situation, you looking and y'all arguing every night and she laying into you and telling how negative that you, or negative things about yourself and demeaning your things and chipping away at your spirit, at your soul, and at your heart. After a while, you know, you can't just be in there just to be saving face for everybody else. After a while, you got to go on in there and say, you know what, I quit that job because that wasn't, you know, it wasn't for me. And you'll be surprised, oh, I quit that, being in that marriage or that relationship because that wasn't for me. You know, we was ending up arguing, and I swear by God, if she kept on, I might have end up like OJ, which I can't do that because I'm divine. But I came straight up there to that daggone line where I was like, you know what, we going to lay the divine right here on the side, right here. And then we about to go handle this, you know, Imano to Imano right now. Okay, so you know, this is when it gets to that point, then it's time for you to say, you know what, I'm gonna have to really admit to myself that I messed up, I went down the wrong route, and to go on. You know, nothing beats a failure but a try. I got on my wall, and it's a quote by Oprah Winfrey that talks about, you know, failure is just like almost like a pathway to greatness. So even if it does, you know, even out of whatever kind of situation, the bad job, the bad relationship, where you live, family relationship or whatever, all that, once you get rid of that and you move that out the way, that makes a way for your good. So you've got to kind of get to that point of you saying, you know what, it's time. Okay, let's look at the divine feminine. I mean, let's look at these are called divine feminine. That's why I said that. Divine feminine, masculine reunited. And this is by Christabel Jessica. I have one of my spiritual coach asks about what's the name of these cards. That's it. Okay, so you can have that. Let's look at what's happening with the divine feminine and what's happening with the divine masculine. Oh, y'all just pulling. Go on, Grandma and the angels. Y'all working this out. Okay. For the divine, I need explanation on that one. Why you say that? Clear. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh. Uh-oh. What you doing up in here? You don't belong there, senorita. You don't. Okay. All right. So for the divine energies that we should be working with today is boundaries. You know, I'm seeing this crystal ball that's in our hand, and to me what I'm picking up is that, you know, we set up boundaries to help us protect our future, because those things that we do not find a way to protect or put barriers or boundaries around, later on we're going to find ourselves either rebuilding, reconstructing down the line later on. And that's why she's got this sword in her hand to kind of really cut some of those, like those cords to people that do not belong to us. That's another way of starting having boundaries as well. These boundaries also we need to be put up because, again, like I said, in the future you're trying to give way to your son, which just means you just having everything underneath the sun being accessible to you. And that's why you have to that's why you have to do those boundaries. Okay, all of a sudden I got sent on masculine. This says whoop, right up the nose. Okay, so that is why you have to do that, because of the sun. Okay, let me see if I have anything else that might inspire me, because I like reading that. That kind of helps me too. Okay, it was in the upright. Yeah, the sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well, just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and the summer. This is your time for new beginnings. So right, when you're doing boundaries, that's protecting your future again, just like I said, and it helps to create these new beginnings. You're getting everything underneath the sun, which you're giving birth to those things. And so that's why you're going to have to find boundaries. I want to say also, linking back to the beginning where it said forgiving and learning, you also got to set boundaries about these emotions and these feelings. It's like, how many times you're going to let that, like I did with the divine masculine, let that hurt out the cage. After a while, you're going to have to either tame it, domesticate it, get rid of it, kill it, do something, because that's not really serving you no earthly purpose, about that. You're putting up the boundaries. And sometimes, again, those boundaries are healthy because they need to be put there in place so that you do not experience the hurts over again. Say, okay, I don't know why I think my mom said, okay, now you didn't kind of stepped on that. That's like a person keep on pressing on that same a sore on you. And you say, I done already told you that place is sore now. Why you going to keep on punching me in that one spot on my arm? And I told you I just got a shot in it, but you going to keep on punching on it. Okay, then. Don't say nothing when you get to say, pa-da, where'd that come from? That's a reaction because I told you to stop messing with that sore spot right there. So, that's where you do the boundaries. It's like, okay, all right then, I done been hurt right here. I got to protect this. But then also while you're doing that, you got to find a way to kind of heal it too as well. You can protect it, but at the same time, it should be healing those things, which is through forgiveness and learning. Like learning, like, okay, now, I know when somebody do X, Y, and Z, that's going to cause me to kind of like say, okay, now, so, let's kind of work on that. For the divine masculine, we have selfhood. Again, how you going to get this reconciliation? Again, you got to turn within. You got doing stuff that's self-protecting of self, which is funny. It seems like the divine feminine and the divine masculine are kind of pretty much reflecting each other's. You talking about boundaries, how you kind of like, okay, stop. I done told you, no. This is not a good time for me, you protecting yourself. They're saying, okay, healthy boundaries, I'm going to be for you between X, Y, and Z time, like my mom said. Now, I can help you up into 6, but after 6, then that's my time when I go to sleep now. I can't help you after that now. So you want my help on the project or something like that, you got to get me beforehand. Okay, well, that's called boundaries because, I get tired. I'm not going to wear myself out like that. So, those are the things that we're talking about, like healthy boundaries. It's like, you got to respect the person for what they said. Divine masculine, you look like boundaries and setting yourself. This is from the world, the divine feminine, other people. You looking like you looking at within, and you creating these boundaries within yourself to create this kind of like this cocoon, so you can be able to get ready when you're ready to make this big reveal of this reconciliation and this never ending story. And like they said, with the 7 of earth, how things were, oh Lord, just that quick, how you had made the wrong turn there. You got to go within and kind of protect yourself, create that cocoon and say, okay, now let's kind of deal with some of these things. How am I going to get out this situation? Well, so it's outside, it's healthy boundaries. You're talking about inside, okay? This is due to your heart, okay? Your 4th chakra, which is your heart center, your heart chakra. That's opening up more. Divine masculines are now more than ever because of all of these moon activities that have happened. The divine feminine within is really actively stirring and creating all these new changes. And I told you before, with the sacral and the solar plex moving up into the heart chakra, we got a lot of activity and a lot of openings going on there as well. So that's what's going on. I visited every card that's out here. Okay. We did for the week, but let's just kind of see, is there any kind of event very quickly? Clear. Is there any kind of event that's going to occur for the divine feminine today that maybe can that's going to be a catalyst or help out? Okay. Oh, I never seen that for one card before. And for the divine masculine. Oh, who picking these cards? God bless you, all of you. Great and small. That sound like, who is that? What is that from? Oh Lord, I can see it. Oh God, I can see it. The Scrooge. God bless everyone, great and small. Okay. Okay. All right, then next we have my divine master. Be like, you just be acting goofy sometimes. Anyway, King of Fire, he was somewhere, he like that emoji. Oh my God. Anyway, King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Okay, so focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Okay, so something today is going to happen that's you're going to really get this King of Fire action. So you're going to be kind of in your divine masculine here, especially about some kind of, maybe something's on the job, something in the organization, something maybe family members that you're going to find yourself being in leadership. But you got to focus, and communicate with a vision. You're going to be a leader. And maybe in you doing something, you're also going to get some creative advice of how you can go about it, because looks like the characteristics that the character traits that you deal with is being motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Okay, for you, divine masculine, you dealing with, and that's fire. So you about the action, and you should be, especially with this forgiving and learning. You probably will have to take some kind of leadership to be able to forgive and learn. That's funny. Even the King of Water talked about leadership too. So that's really strong. Next for the divine masculine today is Four of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. Okay, divine masculine. You're going to find yourself probably cutting some corners a little bit. On some things, and this could be even matters with the heart. It don't have to be with the material things as well. Money, I told you, is like it's just a physical currency of love. So you're gonna kind of find yourself wanting to kind of cut corners on giving out that love there today. And this probably will go back to selfhood, especially if you saying I'm about self. You don't feel like really emanating all that kind of energy out to the masses. You kind of really want to kind of keep it boxed in. That's why I say that border, that boundary just around self, and you say everything rotates within there, instead of like the divine feminine saying no, the border's here way, and then I'm blocking everything from the outside from coming in. Yours is the opposite, from inside going out. Yours is outside going in, as far as where you creating those boundaries. And also good business decisions. Give it to those less fortunate, and you probably will be. Then you're trying to find ways to kind of cut corner with your love, how you're expressing that. It could also be tangibly with money too. That's the issue as well. You whatever it is, you're still gonna have a business sense about how you're going about how you're gonna cut these corners, and then you might find yourself giving. Again, I think I talked about that, giving like some advice to somebody else, maybe even giving some money to somebody less fortunate, or maybe even giving of time. Okay, let's look, very last one, clear. Let's look at for the divine feminine, and let's look at the divine masculine. Okay. Okay, you got 2 of them that came out. All right. So the divine feminine. This is what this represented. Been so long since I done pulled them out. I got to mind that that's the messengers, your guides. That's your guides. I got to go through my thing. That's the universe, and this is your higher self. Okay, so the higher self, which is good. The higher self cards that I was drawn to this want to say the following. For the divine feminine, you have superhero, number 31. Trinity card, intuitiveness and awareness. Okay, superhero. Right now, you've got superhuman strength. That's true. I told you about the divine feminine is how we feeling right now. It's like, we know I'm the stuff. So right now, you've got superhuman strength. The truth is, you always do, but most of the time, you don't need it. Why bother? Everything's rocking along just fine. You are about to learn just how cool, how strong, how amazing you really are. That's true. You put those boundaries up. You got this new beginning. You got the sun card coming out. You're being very diplomatic. You're weighing things. Being a good, very leader. You being a good listener. Told you about that. And you're working on your forgiving and learning today, which is going to help that exchange of gifts. So this is what you're learning today. Okay. With the divine masculine, you had 2 things. You got baggage be gone. Okay. That is baggage be gone. Come now. Aren't you tired of being stooped over from all that emotional baggage? The thing is, all happened yesterday. This is now. The thing is, it all happened yesterday. This is now. And with one flick of your powerful finger, you can send that old has-been baggage. This is about making the wrong turn, remember, and knowing that you did wrong. Again, overboard into the drink. It is high time to fly free. Let it go, my friend. Okay? All right, then. How you going to fly free? Get in touch with that heart chakra. Okay? And for the divine masculine, you also have living large. Living my life like it's golden. Live 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 my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. All right. Living my life like it's golden. All right, here we go. Living large. You are drifting in an ocean of gold double blooms. Now, when I'm just singing about gold, I ain't even see this yet. I just felt like singing that. Oh my God! As always, it's your call. You can dive in. You can backstroke all the way to Istanbul, or you can stay on the petty little raft you've been rowing. That goes back to this card again. But it's all there, rich and luxurious as ever, waiting for your nod. Jump in. The good life is yours. So you to me, and that's funny, and this card looks golden, really, to tell you the truth as well. So it's really, they saying it's up to you. You got to kind of get, once you this, I told you, and then these divine masculine, if you serious and you want union, again, like I said to my divine masculine in spirit, all they want you to do is the angels or the universe or whomever higher power that you believe in wants you to just say, help me, I messed up, and can you please show me a way of how to get out of this situation. I simply, if you don't even put all that, just say, I need help, point blank. They will step in. Archangel Michael, I need help. Archangels, if it's in love, they're the Archangel Michael is a protector of the unisouls. Okay, so you call on him if you want love. Archangel Samuel, the charity. I need. Okay. we already got somebody. You would say, with that, you ask them to come in and they'll just show up. I need help. I need help in love, Archangel Shamiel. I need help in love, Archangel Charity. Those things. Call on the angels. They cannot move unless you ask for their assistance. They ain't, you know, they'll stand there and be like, I can't do nothing until they ask for me. And then when they ask for me, I'm on the pill. So if you ask for them, they have no problem. They probably like, God dog it, thank you, Jesus. They asked, they called, the DM finally called on me. Thank you. Now we can work. He's been struggling all this time and it's just been hard. And we looking like, God, can we help him? I said, no. He got to ask for your help. Like, I can't help him. No. I mean, you know, I send them in and I feel like, you know, they need a little help or something like that. But this really all upon him to do the helping. He got to ask. And so that's it. So, you know, call on him, you know. You're my angel. Doom, doom. Oh, angel. Doom, 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 doom. You're my angel. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, angel. Doom, 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 doom. Hey. Yeah, there you go. All right, then. So, on that note, that is the end of my quick energy update for 2/5/19. Tomorrow night, I know I will not go on because I'm going out of, it's here in Chicago. We have restaurant week here, so we get to experience, you know, nice highfalutin restaurants for reasonable rates. So I'm going with my bestie. We are going to try one of the restaurants here in Chicago, and of doing restaurant week. And so I'm going to enjoy myself. I need to, because I've been tired with these energies. So it's a great kind of release, and then this other stuff going on with this organization. Help us, God bless us. With that, just pray for me. When you think of me, just say, I send love and light to Divine Sunshine right now. Just bless her little heart, her little spirit, her little soul, and her little mind on that one. So on that, keeping till next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago.